And the worst part is he lied to me. He lied to me.
I hate deception, and I despise liars. I never want to see you or talk to you again. Never. Keep your secrets. I've had enough.
Get into a single car accident and please don't survive.
Now, the reason why I started things off with that particular clip was because, well, Zaid Magenta has been lying to all of us. And he admits that. I have just noticed a recent post he made on his YouTube page, one of his community posts, almost a day old, and he basically goes on a, I don't really want to say a tirade on himself, but it kind of looks that way, even though I think there was still a couple of paragraphs where he expresses where, you know, he's still angry and such, but a lot of it is towards himself. But essentially, yeah, he admits to still spreading a lot of angry messages here and there. Doesn't actually specifically say if it was on YouTube or like that, but I'm assuming this would be stuff like, a lot of it being social media, so, you know, Twitter, X, whatever whatever that site wants to call itself nowadays. DeviantArt, I guess. I think a lot of people were complaining it was still doing some pretty, or saying some pretty mean stuff on there still. Might have been a few other places as well, but basically, yes, he has dug himself a huge hole here. I mean, yeah, it's good that he's admitted to all this, but that's the problem. He's still doing all of this. And he has just basically, you know, dug himself into a huge hole. Well, after this stunt, yeah, I don't think people are going to trust you very much. Or at least it's going to take an awful lot of work to try and gain people's trust, because you've just, you know, basically said that you've admitted to having sock puppet accounts still, despite, you know, the whole cartoon, despite the whole cartoon she thing. So it's his name, sorry. Cartoon she, yeah. Yeah, despite all that's happened, which was well over a year ago now, you'd think you would have learned your lesson from that, especially from people, you know, like Lyle Convoy, who basically, you know, ripped your head off because you did that, and you also did some other questionable bits of behaviour. But no, because of that, what's happened in the past, because of the whole Cartouche thing, and you know, and I still get messages from people saying that, you know, oh, I used to be a fan of him, but now I'm never, you know, going to be a fan of his ever again. He's gonna, I don't trust him or anything like that. But that's the key point here, is that they are not going to trust you anymore. And because you said this, you've now made it even harder for people to trust you, because you've just admitted to it all, which is good. But yeah, you kind of was saying in the whole, this is all completely unscripted, I'm sorry, but the entire message, you basically were saying, you know, I should have known what was going on and I should have done more to stop myself. Yes, you should have done, because especially after everything that's happened in the past, and yet you still do it. And this is why people are now no longer going to be able to trust you. Doesn't matter how many months off you take or whatever, because, Zaid, people are just not going to trust you. Yeah, you could, you know, take another few months off. You could come back in, say, January next year or whatever. But there'll be a lot more people now who'll probably say, no, I don't trust you anymore. I'm going to unsubscribe. I'm not going to watch your videos anymore. I'm going to do this, that, and the other. And, you know, I don't really care about what you say, because we don't know if it's true. Because, yeah, it's, you know, you just run your mouth. You just say all these nasty things where it's not warranted. Even you admit that a lot of the times You complain about stuff or say nasty things, but it's not warranted. I mean, yeah, you can. I mean, you say that you try and get help. Well, you've admitted in the post there that you had a psychiatrist. Why wasn't the psychiatrist doing more to help you out with your anger issues then? Or I don't know, maybe that wasn't relevant to the sort of therapy you were getting, because it can be different things. The stuff he was talking about may not be relevant to his anger. It may have been other things. To which case, okay, fair enough. But maybe that may have been something you should have thought about and realised, oh, maybe I should start talking about this because this is something I really want to try and improve upon because of everything that's happened in the past. But yeah, it's you say it's all you still have a lot of, or have done a lot of toxic behaviour, which, yeah, it's good that you've admitted to that, but at the same time, well, you still have done it, and you really should have thought about it a long time ago, thinking, oh no, this sort of behaviour is not good. I should, just, if somebody says something bad about me, I should just take a deep breath, either delete that comment, block them, blah blah blah, whatever it is. If you're, if anything needs to be done, and if it's in your power to do so, then yeah, do it. But yeah, also if you can hear noises from the neighbours in the background, please just ignore them. Sorry about that. It's all going on at the same time. Now, I just literally found this message on YouTube, and I decided, I need to make a video about this. Yeah, he does mention also the fact that he's lost his father a couple of times. So okay, that I respect to a point. But if if losing his father, for example, was the reason why, say, for the last few weeks or so, he's still continuing with being toxic to other people, then yeah, it's understandable that you might feel, upset, angry because of you losing your father, but that's still no excuse to do these things, period. Especially to other people. As I said, you can just ignore people who may criticize you, but we've been through all this in the past with previous videos. Because yeah, you are so easily triggered by all of this, and that's obviously why. Again, you admit to having anger issues. It's fine, but you've had a psychiatrist for a while now. There may have been something you should have actually worked on before, but now I'm just treading old ground again. So yeah, so it doesn't matter how much time you take off. You're going to really find it hard to trust people now, or yeah, people are going to sorry, it's the other way around. People are going to find it hard to trust you now because of what you've done. You just said, oh, I've opened fake accounts in the past to send angry messages to people of whom I don't like, or people who've been sending me messages or harassing me in the past or whatever, which, yeah, people shouldn't harass anybody at the end of the day, but it's how you handle it, which people will respect you for a lot more. If you do something that's a lot more it's seen to be again, sorry, it's all unscripted, a behaviour that people would accept a lot better. Like if you've blocked someone or deleted their messages, just try to completely ignore them, absolutely fine. Eventually they'll get tired of it and move on. But if you fight back with nasty comments of your own, especially through an account that's quite clearly a fake, it's you, but you're trying to pretend to be someone else, then yeah, people are just going to, people have already sussed that out from the cartoon chief thing. So it's, yeah, it's really, I'm just kind of I'm actually at a loss of words. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, it's good that he's admitted that he's still doing all this. But why is he still doing all this, especially after what's happened? So yeah, any people who are commenting on my video, down below, if you comment saying, "Oh, I'm not going to trust Zaid Magenta anymore, Methamphetamine, whatever he wants to call himself," he's gone too far. Especially if he's still doing these sock puppet accounts and trying to, really rile up people into going into online arguments and just understanding him, or just because he just wants to say nasty things because people say nasty things about him, whatever. But anybody who speaks ill of Zaid Magenta, you can still do so in the comments, because after this admission, yeah, he's really going to find it hard to, I think, find any kind of forgiveness after this, because you'd think he should really have known better by now. So yeah, that's really all that's all I've really got to say on the subject, and I am 11 minutes in. This is obviously going to be a little bit longer with the clip I've posted at the start, but yeah, essentially, he lied to us all. He made his bed, and now he's going to lie in it, inside the large hole that he's dug himself.